wish to accomplish. Be as specific as possible when you visualize. The more concentrated, centered and creative you are, the better and more powerful the result. Some people diligently practice drawing upon the law of attraction, yet still don't achieve the results they desire. This can be due to a subconscious block or belief pattern. What we send out we receive in kind, so ensure that you believe, both subconsciously and consciously, what you are sending out. If you believe yourself to be a failure, then that is what you will become and / or be. If you believe that you are worthy of positive abundance, that is what you will receive. In order to draw towards you the manifestation of your desires, you must be clear, concise and fully aware of what your desires truly are. Believing and sustaining positive affirmations of our soul's success will achieve positive results when invoking the law of attraction. The law of request is simple and exact. If you want help, you need to ask for it. When you ask, you are ready to receive. The clearer you are about what you want, the easier it is for the universe to answer your call to its fullest extent. The spiritual law of request. The spiritual law of request teaches us that when our souls are ready, we are to ask for what we want and need, with clear intention. As humans, when we are faced with a difficult situation, circumstance or experience, it is our opportunity to learn and overcome it. It teaches us new skills and we learn from it. It is then a life lesson we have passed and achieved. This is our soul's responsibility. Within the spiritual realm, our angels, spirit guides and / or higher beings are unable to interfere with our free will. We are to make our decisions and choices for ourselves, for our own soul's leaning and spiritual growth. It is up to us to learn from our own life experiences, whatever they may be. When walking the spiritual path, one must go within to find answers, for as soon as we are ready to know something, the answer will appear. All we need to do is ask our inner selves, as when we are aligned with the universe, our answers are given. The universe is waiting to help. We need to be clear about what we want to know or be helped with, then all we need to do is ask. The spiritual law of resistance. When we focus on something, we are in effect calling it towards ourselves and into our lives, whether we want them or not. We often invoke the spiritual law of resistance without being consciously aware that we are even doing it. We invite situations, people, experiences and even material things into our lives by way of our thoughts and beliefs. The law of resistance is most often triggered by a victim mentality or consciousness. When someone is thinking "I'm so luck" or "poor me," they are believing themselves to be a victim. This mentality resists generosity and abundance, and they are resisting taking personal responsibility for what they have created for themselves. If we hold a belief or think a certain thought often enough, it becomes embedded into our subconscious minds. For example, if we believe and have the thought pattern of "I don't want to be poor," this filters through to our subconscious minds as poor, and in turn this invokes the law of resistance, keeping us poor. If we believe, think and repeat "I won't ever find the right partner," this resists the perfect partner from entering our lives. If we think and believe that we are undeserving, then regardless of whatever good comes into our lives, we will reject it as we believe that we do not deserve it. The spiritual law of resistance holds true in all situations. Positive statements, beliefs and thoughts such as "I deserve the perfect partner," "I am healthy," "I am financially secure," etc. brings those energies into our lives. The trick to the spiritual law of resistance is to not resist the negatives, but to embrace the positives. The spiritual law of reflection. Life mirrors back to us what we put out. Every situation, circumstance, experience and person in our lives is a mirror of an aspect of ourselves. People and circumstances mirror back to us the issues we need to acknowledge, deal with and resolve. We will continue to play out the same scenes and meet up with similar people over and over until we finally acknowledge and learn the lesson. There are no coincidences in the universe, and everything happens for a reason. Everything that presents to us comes with a message and a lesson to learn. The universe mirrors and reflects back to us all the good and bad, positive and negatives within ourselves and our lives. The spiritual law of reflection reminds us to look in the mirror, study the reflection and change what we do not like to see or acknowledge within ourselves. Often we keep attracting into our lives the same kinds of people and the same kinds of situations. This can be frustrating when we fail to hear and or understand the message or lesson. Whatever comes into our lives is a prompt from the universe to look into the mirror and acknowledge what it has to teach us. When we work out the patterns and underlying lessons associated, we are able to work towards solving any repeating negativities that recur in our lives. This in turn transmutes negative to positive, and when we live with and send out positive energies, those same energies are mirrored back to us in the form of positive experiences and opportunities, health and happiness, love and light. Once the law of reflection is understood, we are able to expand our spiritual growth by acknowledging what life is trying to tell us, and make changes accordingly. The spiritual law of projection: all aspects of ourselves and our personalities, our lives and lifestyle choices are projected outwards, then reflected back to us. All that we perceive on the outside is a reflection of what is within, therefore all that we see on the outside is a projection of ourselves. We project our energy, both positive and negative, onto other people, often denying that what we see is actually within ourselves. Each time you say such things as he is, she is, you are actually projecting an aspect of yourself onto someone else rather than acknowledging that trait within yourself. When we assume that someone else is feeling as we do, it is a projection. Statements such as "you must be so happy," or "you must be feeling dreadful" are projections of your own feelings and emotions. You are, in effect, projecting your feelings onto the other person. We also project our, just like affirmations, visualization is based up the spiritual law of cause and effect, the spiritual law of karma, which states that whatever we believe and see will eventually become a reality. Faith and trust becomes a mod for our outer reality. However, if our desires, goals and dreams flit constantly from one image, or belief, to another, and our faith wavers, our outer reality will reflect our confusion and fear. If our minds accept our visualizations as possibilities, they can instantly become a reality. However, if we feel fearful or undeserving, we may then try to force our dreams and desires into reality. Our visualizations then become tense and pressure-filled, and this build-up of tension can block our goal from coming to fruition. When we visualize and have complete faith, trust and belief in our goals, they are able to become reality. Our limited beliefs and demeaning judgments of "I'm not good enough to achieve this," and or "I can't possibly achieve that," puts tension upon our visualization, and this in turn stops us from manifesting our inner visions. False beliefs, feelings and thoughts of "I lack money, time, intelligence, education, connections, or whatever," keep us from even attempting to achieve our goals and life purpose. This holds any positive visualizations from coming to fruition in our realities. On a metaphysical level, we are able to create whatever it is we desire. What we concentrate and focus upon manifests into the physical plane. This is in line with the spiritual law of karma, the spiritual law of cause and effect. Manifestation requires unwavering faith. As humans, we often have more belief and faith that our fears will come to reality, rather than faith and trust that our dreams, desires and aspirations will come to fruition. If we hold on to our faith and trust, anything can eventually become a physical reality in our lives. However, if our faith and trust waver, our reality will reflect this. Everything in the physical, material world is a reflection of our beliefs. Therefore, we are able to effortlessly manifest our wants and needs by way of faith, visualization and positive affirmations. One of the most important keys for establishing a habit of self-love and eliminating insecurities is by using positive affirmations. Adopting a positive perspective and mindset changes negative thought forms to positive ones. Positive affirmations are a way to achieve a positive attitude and frame of mind. Verbal declarations are another way to achieve a positive mindset. Our voices and the words we say and use send an energy and vibration out to the universe. Therefore, speaking positive words and making positive declarations sends out positive energies. Declaring and affirming in a positive manner also assists with breaking the habit of negative thought forms, belief sets and patterns. The spiritual law of affirmation prompts us to declare our positive affirmations with faith, trust and determination, and we are to state our intentions with clarity and meaning, and most importantly, believe them. The spiritual law of prayer. The spiritual law of prayer tells us that prayer is communicating with God, universal energy, a higher source, whatever or whomever you perceive or wish to refer and relate to it. Every thought we have and every word we utter is a prayer, whether we realize it or not. Worry is considered to be a negative prayer. By worrying, it is telling the universe how and why you are feeling frightened. It reinforces your vibration of fear and may in turn manifest into your life exactly what it is that you fear. Therefore, we must direct our thoughts in a positive and focused manner. The spiritual law of prayer is asking and believing with faith and trust. Faith is a most effective, active ingredient in bringing our prayers to fruition. Once we have offered our prayers, we are to thank the universe for the granting of our prayers. We are to then prepare ourselves to receive what we have asked /prayed for. Our faith will precipitate the arrival of our wish. Prayer is asking, meditation is listening. Wyatt Webb. Most often people pray without any real expectation that the prayer will be granted, and therefore they take no action. It is faith that activates a response from the universe. Many people pray about or for something, but take no action and or are not prepared to receive what they have prayed or asked for. When offering a prayer, we must hold the vision of perfection. For example, if we pray for peace, we must picture, visualize and feel peace entering our lives. If we pray for healing for ourselves and or others, we must visualize ourselves, or the person people, healthy, strong and full of vitality. We are to always pray for the highest good. Prayer is sincere, simple, authentic and directly from the heart and soul. The spiritual law of prayer tells us that if we wish to draw and manifest something into our lives, we must ask in the right way, then allow the divine energy to bring it to us. Our faith aligns our request to the universal current. We must then be ready to receive it. To ask is to center ourselves in radiant light and project our clear divine thought and request out to the universe. Asking is when our thought vibrations align with the cosmic mind or energy. According to the spiritual law of prayer, to ask /pray in such a manner will prompt a response from the universe. To activate the spiritual law of prayer, we are to ask, thank the universe for responding.